Good morning, boys and girls. Coming to you from my kitchen this morning, and we're going to do a little lesson on nutrition. Okay, so I have some food here. I have some cereal, I have some peanut butter, I have some baked beans. Gotta have your baked beans. Have some granola bars, corn chips. Gotta have that. Some pretzels. Some snack bites. And I have some applesauce type food here. So, boys and girls, how do you know if what you're eating is healthy? How do you know if what you're eating is healthy? Well, one of the main things you have to do is on your box or your package, you have to find this area here where you have your nutritional facts and also where you have your ingredients listed, okay? Right here. So let's take a look and see what we know here. Okay, now you're gonna see on every package something called calories. Something called calories, and this is a box of cereal. This is from Nature's Path, okay, and they're called whole O's, and I'll explain why I have bought these instead of something else similar. Okay, so this is Nature's Path, whole O's, and you can see that this food is organic. Now, if something is organic, that means that there are no artificial flavors, no artificial food colorings in it, and there was nothing artificial used to make it or to grow it. So this particular food, excuse me, is made out of rice flour and corn flour, and there was nothing sprayed on the rice or on the corn, no chemicals or anything like that to help the corn or the rice grow better or to harvest it faster, which a lot of times they will spray something on crops to make it harvest faster so they can plant multiple crops in one season. You can study that on your own, but that's true. So this is organic, which means it was grown just naturally, just like you'd probably grow something in your garden at your house if you had one, which we do here at the Palka household. Maybe one day I'll be able to show you that. So we see calories here. There's 160 calories. If you have a glass of milk with this, there's 200 calories. So what does 160 calories mean? A calorie is a measurement of energy, boys and girls. So when I eat food, I eat calories, and those calories give me energy. If I eat more calories than my body uses during the day, then I could gain a little bit of weight. If I use more energy than I eat, then I could lose a little bit of weight. Okay, so that's what a calorie means. A calorie is simply a unit of energy. And then you're going to see always three things listed here: the amount of fat, the amount of carbohydrates, and the amount of protein that the food has. Protein are things that help to build your muscles. So protein is kind of the building block of your muscles. Carbohydrates are the parts of food that give you energy, and fat are the parts of food that do just that, that contribute to fat. And everybody's body has some fat in it. Everybody's body needs a little bit of fat in it. Now, not a lot, but everybody's body needs a little bit of fat. A little bit of fat is actually good for you. Okay, then there's some other things on here. And one thing I do want to point out, and hopefully you can see this, hopefully it's clear enough, maybe if I back it up a little bit, is the sugar content there. You can see that there is something that says sugar, okay, and there's something that says added sugar. you have to be careful of those added sugars. Anything that's not an added sugar means it's natural to the product. Anything that's an added sugar means that the food company has added it in there for your taste buds, basically, so it tastes sweeter to you. And then the other thing you need to look for is your serving size, which up here, my serving size is a little bit bigger than a normal serving size. It's 40 ounces. 40 ounces. So you need to take a look at your serving size. 40 grams. 40 ounces would be a ton of grams. It'd be about 1,200 grams. 40 grams. About 30 grams is typically an ounce, but this particular cereal, 40 grams is 1 ounce, which is generally a serving size of cereal. That's 1 cup. Okay, this also, if you look down here, you see the organic seal. And over here you see something that says non-GMO. I'll get to that in a moment. And then over here there's the gluten-free sign. Okay, the gluten-free sign. So this here is non-GMO. Non-GMO means that the crops have not been sprayed with anything or not been grown with anything that's artificial, with any type of chemical. Okay? So, 2 ways you know if a food's healthy. You have to read the nutrition facts, and then you have to read the ingredients. Now, boys and girls, our general rule of thumb is that the less ingredients there are, probably the healthier the food is. And the more ingredients that you recognize, the healthier the food is. So if you recognize it and you can read it and pronounce it, even if you're a little first grader that just learned how to read, if you can read those ingredients, then it's probably a pretty healthy food. If there's a bunch of big names on there, you don't have any idea what they're saying and you've never heard of them before, it's probably not the healthiest food. So let's see what our ingredients are here. Okay, the first one we have is brown rice flour. Okay, corn flour, cane sugar, which is simply just the normal kind of sugar. Then we have pomegranate juice, which is, pomegranates are a fruit. You may have not heard of that fruit before, but they're just a fruit. So they took some juice from that fruit to give it a little bit of sweetness. And then our last one here is salt, in this case sea salt. So let's count the ingredients here. We have brown rice flour, corn flour, some sugar, some pomegranate juice, and some sea salt. So we have 5 ingredients. And I would say that one of our rules of thumb is that if something is about 6 or 7 ingredients or less, it's probably a pretty natural food. It's probably pretty healthy. Now we know the one thing you have to watch out for cereals is that sugar, because they like to put sugar in there. And you can see this has 4 added grams of sugar in 40 grams. So what I like to do is take it out of 100 grams, not out of a serving. So 4 added grams of sugar, if you extrapolated that, that's a big word, boys and girls. If you extrapolated that to a 100-gram serving, I'll do the math for you, it would be about 10 grams of sugar in 100 grams of serving. And that's a little bit sugary. That's kind of about the maximum that I'd like to see. But that's just a cereal that I kind of use to sweeten up a less sugary cereal. All right, let's look at another one. I have peanut butter here. Okay, and this is not like a Jif brand or Skippy brand. You know, those brands are good. I've certainly had my fair share of those. This is a brand called Simply Nature. The grocery store Aldi's carries this brand. And let's look at the back here. You'll notice that right down here in this area, and again, hopefully you can see that, guys, on your screen, there are only 2 ingredients, peanuts and salt. Peanuts and salt. Okay, some peanut butter jars may have as many as 8 or 9 ingredients in there. So this one, again, is an organic food. And you can see that green and white seal there. That's certified organic food. And because of that, there's only 2 ingredients, which are both natural: peanuts and salt. So when you buy organic, you usually get a healthy food. Okay, so here at our house, we try to buy organic as much as we can. All right, some of you guys may have had these before. How about Kashi Kids Superfood Bites? My kids love these. And we have all the information on the back. The ingredients are up here in small print. I'm going to read them for you because it might be hard for you to see. And boy, these are good. These are really good. The first thing, and let's see, these are also organic. You can see the seal down there. Again, I try to buy foods that are organic because I know what I'm eating that way. I don't buy everything organic, but when I can, I like to. So there's a lot of ingredients here, and that could mean that maybe it's not the healthiest. So we'll see, and we'll make a determination. We have whole wheat flour, brown rice syrup. We have something called invert cane syrup. All right, so you can see right away we're getting into some ingredients that are a little bit strange. We have expeller pressed sunflower oil, apple powder, cane sugar, vegetable glycerin, oat fiber, chickpea flour, coconut flour, sunflower lecithin, cornstarch, ground flax seeds, sea salt, natural flavors, sweet potato, blackberry, blueberry, strawberry, baking soda, citric acid, fruit and vegetable juice for color. So we have a lot of ingredients there, about 15. Are these the healthiest food? Probably not. We also have 9 grams of sugar in 1 pouch, which is a lot for just 1 little pouch. So even though that these are natural ingredients, I would say that this is a case where it's an organic food, which again means it's all natural, but probably not the healthiest. Okay for a snack every now and then, but you don't want to eat them on a regular. These are Snyders pretzels. How many people love Snyders pretzels? You can see down here there's a little seal that says non-GMO verified, which simply means that the grain that's been used to make these pretzels is not sprayed with any chemicals to either help it grow without being injured by bugs and things like that, or to harvest it more quickly so they can plant another crop before the summer's over. So we have not much sugar in pretzels. We have 1 gram of sugar here. We have 110 calories per serving. Okay, and 1 serving is 28 grams, which is basically like a handful. A cup is like a handful. A big handful. I know that some of you have much smaller hands than my hands, so maybe a couple handfuls if you're in kindergarten or 1st grade. Our ingredients, we have wheat flour, we have whole wheat flour, we have something called malt, which is like a syrup. We have an oil, canola oil, we have potato flour, salt, and then we have some vegetables, because these are vegetable pretzels, which I don't really care for, but some people in my family care for. I don't think they taste that good. Don't tell anybody in my family that, though. We have tomato powder, onion powder, carrot powder, green bell pepper powder, and pretzels. Then we have wheat gluten. There's broccoli is one of the ingredients in these pretzels, parsley, yeast, and then soda, not like Pepsi or Coke, but baking soda. All right, you can see all the ingredients listed here. Again, these are vegetable pretzels. They have that non-GMO verification, which I think is good. However, boys and girls, there are a lot of ingredients, and even though they're natural, I start to get a little bit questionable if there's a lot of different things in them, because that means they're probably processed pretty highly. So boys and girls, the way this works, the ingredients at the top that are listed first are the ingredients that are used the most. The ingredients down here at the bottom that are listed last are the ingredients that are used the least. Okay. All right, let's look at one more thing. I have some kid-sized chewy granola bars here from a company called Cascadian Farm, which makes mostly organic food. You can see down here, I have my organic label and my non-GMO label. And I'm gonna look here, and there are 6 grams of sugar in one granola bar here. Right down here, 6 grams of sugar. That's not too bad really for a granola bar. These also have some chocolate chips in them, so I'd imagine they contribute to that sugar count. These ingredients here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 ingredients just in this granola bar. They are natural ingredients, but there's a lot of ingredients. So that means that yes, this food may be organic. It has all natural ingredients. There aren't any chemicals. And yes, it may be taken from good grain. All right, in this case, from oats. Oat is the main grain. In here, oats are the same thing that make up Cheerios, for example. However, it is a highly processed food. There are lots and lots and lots of ingredients in this food. So whenever there's lots of ingredients, you have to be very careful because oftentimes that's a sign that there probably aren't mostly natural ingredients. Although if you buy organic, there are. But you have to be careful because the more ingredients, the more that food was processed, and the more it's probably not the most healthy for you. Not that those I would say are unhealthy, but probably not the most unhealthy. So, boys and girls, check out your nutrition facts. Check out your ingredients. Always read your packages and know what's in your foods. And I would encourage everybody to watch out for artificial flavors. If there's artificial flavors, it'll have to say it on the package. It'll tell you in the ingredients. It'll probably even tell you on the front of the package that that food is artificially flavored. Watch out for the artificial food colors like red 40, blue 1, yellow 5, yellow 6. A lot of food companies use those colors and they actually dye their food. They make the food a certain color a lot of times, so you kids will like it because colorful food makes your brain feel good when you eat it. So we want to watch out for those kinds of things, and we want to try to eat as healthy as possible. But boys and girls, one of the tricky things is that usually eating healthy costs more money. So sometimes you have to make a decision. Sometimes when my family goes to the store, we have to make the decision, are we going to pay sometimes a lot more money, sometimes a little bit more money to buy a food that is healthier, that might be organic, that might be made out of healthy grains, or are we going to pay a little less money? And sometimes we decide to pay less money because we don't think it's worth it, or sometimes we decide to pay a little more money because we think that it's worth it. Okay, so we all have to make that decision, and it's not a perfect world, so sometimes we have to make the tough decision. But I'd encourage everybody, when you eat healthy foods, guess what happens to your body? It's healthier, and we don't get sick as much, and we're not tired as much. Our body has good energy to work off of and the calories that we're eating. And so good, healthy food can do a lot for your body, can make you feel a lot better because you're not eating food that's been changed and been processed in factories. So I'm going to leave you with that today. Please join us for our next video as they come up, no matter what grade level you're in. Take a look at these videos, and hopefully you guys are learning something. I'll see everybody later. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.